Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Unorthodox Otaku Guy. We're doing an unboxing of Iowa from Kancolle. It's a internet sensation that has blown up and has received so much attention, so many Figmas, so many statues, Nendroids, you name it. And there's a lot of love for the characters in the series as they are quite nice looking. Alright, so today we have the Figma 330 of Iowa from Kancolle. Now this is also a Good Smile bonus exclusive. It is not an exclusive character, but just the bonuses. So we'll be showing off that little treat right there too. So let's start unboxing. We are going to save the bonus for last. Okay, Iowa in the series of Figmas has been a very over-the-top character in terms of characters released. She's one of the higher dollar ones, and also extremely popular as I've seen her sell out quite quickly, despite even her price. She is a very large ship character, shall we say, in the series, and represents America, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to unbox her, check her out, and do a little review of some details, what's included with her. I have to say, this is my first ship girl, so I'm pretty excited about it. Don't forget to check for your authenticity sticker located on the front of the boxes for most boxes. I have not seen a bootleg for this yet, so I don't think you have to worry about it. But yeah, as that may be a desirable target for characters, usually the really high dollar ones, any that tend to be the more desirable ones to make a bootleg. It's either high dollar ones or the ones who are scarce, where it does forced values, like if they sold out really quickly and people still want to get one and they haven't re-released it. But anyways, let's do an unboxing of this, shall we? As seen on the back here, she has quite a few poses showing off the huge demonstration of what is included with her, and not only just the character herself. So you can pose her with or without her ship. Okay, as you can see here, this is one of the larger series of boxes from Figma and has quite a bit included with her. I'm going to be careful not to dump this out, but as you can see here, there's actually quite a bit included with her from the ship, facial expressions, and the character herself. Okay, so we'll get the boring stuff out of the way, and we'll start with the Figma bag, as always, that's included. We have her base stand. Some of you know this is actually pretty important for me, especially because I do figure photography, but thankfully there are a decent amount of hands that are included, and this is something that's like kind of important, especially on a character like her, as she has kind of like a like a fingerless glove going on for the design of her character. So the fact that they have at least as much expressions as possible, besides the two fists that should be included on. Actually, no, I'm sorry. On hers, she has open palms on her base character. So the closed fists are actually on here. Most characters actually come with closed fists. But anyways, that is almost a full rack included, which is very cool. As long as a character comes with one full rack, I'm happy. Okay, a couple of the small important bits that are included. We'll sum these up. We have one of the adapters for the stand, so I'll put that off at the stand. We have a black small wrist joint. Alright, never be careful not to lose these. These are easy to lose. As mine tries to run away. Okay, and then something that's not very common for me to see. It looks really weird, but we have a unique hinge. Okay, it's not a neck joint and it's not a wrist joint. I'm guessing this has something to do with one of the ships itself. So we're going to probably go back to this in a moment and see where this actually goes to, and this is probably a unique spare part for that. Okay, and for the final boring piece that is included, we have the instruction manual, which includes the contents and also how to assemble your ship and how to use it properly. This actually might come in handy, but usually I'm like the worst person ever and don't look at instructions unless it involves building something. If we do need to build this, this will come in handy actually. Okay, let's get really excited now because we're finally pulling her out of the package so we can check her out. So let's pull off some of this plastic. So now that we finally got that plastic off, that actually was a little harder than I thought. She had it pretty wedged up underneath her chest. Anyways, for the character herself, wow, what a representation of America. Jesus Christ, her tits are overflowing out of her top. Anyways, onto the more important features. The hair on her is actually pretty awesome. It's got a beautiful type, like a kind of like a wavy curl design that's going on in the back. The red, white, and blue representation for her leggings and overall character are pretty awesome from her top. And also, as small as little details, which are really cool, the rudders that are on her shoes itself, or like her heels, are really, really cool. Now, Figmas are notorious for well balanced and easy to stand up. Despite the rudders, I'm actually going to scooch her back so you can see it, and let's refocus that. Despite the rudders being her heels on her character, it's actually still easy to stand up. Just don't push down on her. These actually feel a little delicate, despite the tough Figma material that they use. It's like a nice rubbery like plastic that's usually pretty tough. But I do recommend be careful with these. So don't go like hammering down, try to push down for trying to adjust your position or anything like that. Take things small, easy steps. So we're gonna get on to the next thing. We are gonna pull out. Is it taped in? Oh yeah, the tape in. Before we get on to taking out and going into the ship stuff, alright, we're gonna check out the faces that we have. So we have the face that's currently on her. She has a very excited, like happy expression on her. Okay, we have another excited, kind of like both her faces kind of have like a minor amount of blush to them, but this one is the same one as this one, but with more of a wink. Actually, get a little more detail with that. Sorry about that. I'll probably just do photos for these so you can see the more details. Focus that. There you go. That's the winking face, besides the current face that she has. I'll bring her forward so she's in focus for you guys. Okay, and then she has a adorable winking, but like kind of like tongue out expression. There you go. Alright, and then I was gonna do it more for last, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the ship stuff for last. I'm actually gonna go into the bonus, because if I remember correctly, I think this is a face. It's actually been a little while, so I want to check this out. It is indeed a face. And it's cool. Alright. Just gonna open up the plastic, so bear with me just a second. Okay, and onto the exclusive online shop bonus. We have a closed eye, happy, blushing expression, which is perfect for that really, really just overwhelmingly happiness moment right there. Alright? Which is similar to pretty much every single one of them. She has her mouth open. But it's similar to the other one where she has her winking, but this one's complete and closed eyes. So that's a total of 4 face expressions for Iowa. Overwhelmingly happy about that, because face expressions are probably some of the most important things you can come with a character. Alright, so now that we have the overall look over of her, actually, one little thing I want to bring out, attention to detail on her. Alright, I'm going to focus this in. She has really cool, like, embossed belt buckle here that is really, really awesome. She has great belt designs. These are all like really, really well painted and also really well designed overall. And I'm sorry, that's just one really, really. I love the little things besides just the character herself or himself, whoever the character is. But like the little attention to details, those are really amazing. So bravo on making this character like over the top. And we haven't even gotten to the ship yet. Okay, so let's move this stuff out of the way because we're gonna need room. Alright, so we're getting out to taking out this ship here. Holy crap. Alright, so we got a big ship that's included here. It really is big. Alright, we're gonna do an overall look around on this ship, and whoa. Jeez, what a crazy awesome ship design for this. This is really cool. It is loaded with cannons and machine guns all over the thing. And this this mounts on her. This is crazy. This has a movable pivot joint in here, it looks like. And I'm guessing, let's see, I'm guessing there's a pin in here, or some sort of joint that may be delicate, that why they would include that spare hinge. I'm not seeing it. I'm definitely not seeing it, but there's a lot on here that moves. This, wow, there's so much on here that moves. I'm sorry guys, kind of geeking out over here. I love the weaponry, but these turrets all move. This turret moves. Let's see, this turret moves. The turret in the back, this one moves. We have some plastic over this in the back here. See, this is tape. What is this part of? Jeez. And this all pivots on top of that. What is going on back here? Why that was all taped together? I am not sure. But we have little cannons in the back here. This is so cool. Can they just like translate this game already? I know that's a huge thing. I haven't actually been able to play this game yet. I've been really wanting to play it. I heard it's extremely in-depth, a really great strategy game, stuff like that. But there's just a lot to translate. I just don't have the attention span to want to do that, really. But this is really, really cool. We're going to give it a moment. I'm going to get back to you in just a sec. We're going to see if we can mount this to her and see how it looks, because this thing is enormous. And definitely think it's going to need a stand to hold this much weight. Because like this is heavy. It's actually really, really insanely heavy now. Especially because of the sheer size of this turret that she's got going on. But anyways, I'm actually going to show this because there's not too much demonstration about this in terms of like photographs or anything like that. But you'll see here in the back part of the cannons mount into a lower hole on her waist. Okay, and she does have the upper hole. I'm actually going to move her hair forward so you can see it. Alright, see the hole in the back there? You can have her displayed otherwise with just the stand without having that there. Without the turrets, shall we say. So you can treat her like a normal Figma. So she has two holes in her back, optional. The lower one is actually used for this itself, not the upper one. It might give you a little bit of a fight. It actually require a very firm hold and a push in on it. God, there's so many just bad innuendos here. But anyways, mounting that there did take a little bit of persuasion, but also being very careful at the same time. Then the mount for the stand that traditionally would go into the upper back is actually going to go into the lower, and then you can still use it like that to help assist in holding her up her weight, because now she's become a very waist heavy character, but also it helps with doing really cool poses or anything like that if you want to do something cool. Alright, being here, she does have to have her arms slightly up, just slightly up, because of how big the cannons are, but the cannons themselves can turn a little bit to kind of give her some room to work with, as well as not only the cannon arm, but also the cannon turret. You can turn the turrets too. So this is really, really customizable in terms of movements. I'm really sorry if I have a lot of hands in the shots, so there's like a lot to work with. Let's do a little bit of maneuvering here, and let's do like a final setup here. We are going to do a face swap as a final thing. And also my final thing of having my hands in the way, I'm sorry. Pull off the hairpiece on the front. We're going to pull off her faceplate. Okay. And we are going to put on her bonus face, because this is a good smile bonus. Okay. Let's press it on there. Wow, that is a snug. Okay. We got that absolutely adorable faceplate, and this, I have fallen in love with this character. This is such a cool character and a strong representation of America. So this is really cool. I definitely think I'm going to end up having to hunt down and get more Kancolle figures. I feel guilty sometimes buying stuff like these if I'm not part of the series, but I can't help it if I just really like the character, especially because I like to do photography. You guys know my photography. I have Instagram, Tumblr, DeviantArt, and many other applications where you can check out my art, besides even just my videos that are here. We're going to get on to the final segment, we're actually going to get to see my photography for this character. Besides, like, you'll see what's included, but also some nice shots that really represent how cool these characters are. So I hope you guys really enjoy that. If you do like it, check out some more of my art on my Instagram, Tumblr, DeviantArt, Patreon. If you feel like being a patron, there's also exclusive content on those. Finally, on the character here, we're going to get a summary on the actual character itself before we transfer over to the photography. I have to say this is an easy 10 out of 10 character in terms of what's included. So let me just get this all together here. Give me one moment. Okay, now that we have everything together, I have to say I'm absolutely impressed with this figure. This figure is over the top, one of the coolest figures I've gotten in a while. It's really well equipped and just really beautiful on top of that. For the character herself, she's absolutely stunning. The ship that's included, I'm actually a bigger fan of this setup than I expected. I thought I was just buying the character for the character herself, but this turret system is really cool. Kind of a new fan of that, gotta admit it. The hand rack comes with plenty of hands for a lot of expressions. We have almost an entire full rack besides the one she's included with. She has 3 facial expressions besides the bonus one. If you don't have the opportunity to get the bonus face, I'm sorry if you couldn't. And also the fact that we do have not only one spare part, but also another spare part, which I still can't find out where it goes. And then it works really well with the stand despite the weight. So 10 out of 10, this is a flawless Figma. The painting, the design, everything, just fantastic. If you have the opportunity to get this Figma, whether it be cost or availability, I highly recommend it. Get her before she's gone, because the series is actually extremely popular in terms of finding characters, and I am looking forward to seeing more characters in series as they go out. Please leave a like if you did like it, and on top of that, subscribe. That's the only way you're going to be able to keep track of everything that's coming out that I am at least getting. And thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, stay unorthodox.